majority of the results are not going to be like that. Majority of the results are now going to say something like 5-minute ab workout, 10-minute workout, quick and easy fat burning ab workout, quick and easy fat burning workout, 5 and 10 minutes. Wait, so is it going to take me 5 minutes to build abs, 10 minutes to build abs? Am I building my abs or am I burning fat? Notice how there's a difference there between those two different muscle groups. And I'm pretty sure it's like that for any other muscle group. That's the point I want to get at. Why is it that your abs are being treated and trained differently compared to any other muscle group, although the goal is the same as every other muscle, and that is to What's up, my people? David here. Got a new video for y'all today. But before we get into it, if you haven't already, make sure you subscribe to the channel and hit the bell notification so you don't miss out on any videos. Remember, new videos every week. So today's topic, we're going to be talking about abs. All right, what exactly are abs? The 6-pack or 8-pack muscles, depending on how lean you are. Me personally, not quite as lean at the moment, but I don't care. We're going to be focusing on those little guys right there. So before we get into it, I want you to comment down below, what do you do for abs? How many exercises? What specific exercises? How many sets? How many reps? And how many days you train them throughout the week? All right? After commenting that, I want you to ask yourself this. Do you treat abs the same way that you treat every other muscle group? All right? Hopefully that'll get you thinking. So, abs are just like any other muscle group. I want you right now to look up on YouTube quad workouts. I want you to look up hamstring workouts. I want you to look up specifically, actually, back workouts. Look up back workouts. Fuck the quads, fuck the hamstring. Look up back workouts. See what pops up on YouTube. Now, look up ab workouts on YouTube. All right, so again, look up back workouts, look up ab workouts on YouTube. Hopefully, you notice a big difference. With a lot of the back workouts, what do we see? We see a lot of quote unquote bodybuilding type workout routines where they're using weights to build up that muscle group. If you watch through the videos, they're going to be giving you a specific amount of exercise, the specific exercise themselves, a certain amount of sets and reps, a certain amount of time intervals to rest throughout that workout. Pretty sure every back workout is going to be like that. I mean, you could even tell through the thumbnail of the workout. It's usually some buff guy, very well developed back. Doesn't even have to be a guy. It could be a girl too. They have a very developed back. They're going to be using heavy weight. They're going to be pushing themselves. They're focusing on sets and reps. The only time they're concerned about specific time intervals is going to be when they're resting in between sets. Now, look up the ab workouts on YouTube, and I could guarantee majority of the results are not going to be like that. Majority of the results are now going to say something like 5-minute ab workout, 10-minute workout, quick and easy fat burning ab workout, quick and easy fat burning workout, 5 and 10 minutes. Wait, so is it going to take me 5 minutes to build abs, 10 minutes to build abs? Am I building my abs or am I burning fat? Notice how there's a difference there between those two different muscle groups. And I'm pretty sure it's like that for any other muscle group. That's the point I want to get at. Why is it that your abs are being treated and trained differently compared to any other muscle group, although the goal is the same as every other muscle, and that is to build them up? Think about it. Every other exercise, every other muscle, we focus on sets and reps, and we challenge ourselves to push a little bit heavier and reach fatigue after a certain amount of reps. With abs, it's not necessarily like that. On bench press, what do? This many sets for this many sets, this many sets for this many reps, and hopefully we're feeling the burn, the contraction in our chest muscles, our pecs, after that last rep. For our quads, when we're doing squats, all right, this many sets and reps with this weight, 2 plates, 3 plates on squats, full range of motion, depth, boom, repping them out, feeling the burn in those quads. For abs, why isn't it like that? Why is it for abs now all of a sudden, not only are we doing no weight, majority of those ab workouts that we see, at home ab workout, 5-minute fat burning ab workout, high rep, high intensity, 10-minute ab workout, it's all body weight exercises. So why is it that although our abs are exactly the same as every other muscle group, it's the only muscle group where a majority of the population train it with only body weight exercises, and instead of focusing on sets and reps, like they would do when it comes to bent over rows, dumbbell rows, bicep curls, tricep extensions, For abs, all of a sudden, all that goes out the window, and now we're focusing on time intervals, 30-second intervals, 40-second intervals, HIIT workouts, Tabata workouts when it comes to our abs. Why? If we want to build up our abs to have those 6-pack muscles or 8-pack muscles, why are we doing it differently? Why not treat it the same? Have an exercise that requires external weight, either through a weight plate, a bar, a weight stack, cable machine, whatever, and focus on the same number of reps that we would do for any other muscle group. That being usually 8 to 12 reps. HIIT failure or HIIT struggle, feel the burn within those 8 to 12 to build them up. It's crazy to me. I don't know why we do that, but let's start getting out of the habit of doing that. Start training your abs like everything else. Treat them the way you would treat your quads. Treat them the same way you would treat your back. Treat them the same way you would treat your chest. Ditch the body weight exercises, ditch the timed intervals, ditch the high reps. Why is it with abs, the very few times you are focusing on sets and reps, you do 3 sets of 20, 3 sets to a failure, 3 sets of 100. Why is it high reps all of a sudden? How come everything else is only 3 to 6 sets of 8 to 12 rep ranges? Why can't we apply those 3 to 6 reps of 3 to 6 sets of 8 to 12 reps for our abs as well? And instead of just doing body weight exercises like crunches, a lot of leg lifts, some people do Russian twists thinking it's directly working their abs. Why is it that, all that is body weight? Man, pick some exercises that require weight. Do weighted crunches. I know a lot of gyms have that crunch machine. Boom, you could pick some weight on the weight stack, start crunching, get a cable stack, do some cable crunches. Things like that will elicit better responses to build up your abs than all these other high rep nonsense body weight exercises for Tabata, for HIIT, for fat burning, things like that all these YouTube influencers be putting out there. Now, me personally, I put out videos like that for sure. I think one of my earliest videos was a 5-minute ab workout, but that was more to burn calories. All right, so just a general, high intensity workout, burning calories. Yes, you're using your abs to work those movements, but overall, the goal was ultimately fat loss. It just happened that those movements specifically require the abs to get them done. But if the goal is hypertrophy, building them up, treat them like everything else. Focus on the sets and reps, feel the struggle within the sweet spot of 8 to 12 reps. Now, along with that, something is better than nothing. You can see results and you can build up your abs doing these workouts that I told you to look up on YouTube, where it's a specific amount of time, it's higher intensity, it's higher reps, faster pace. Yes, you will see some results because it's better than doing nothing. Your abs obviously are still working. That's why you will still feel the burn for that. I just wouldn't say it's necessarily the best approach, considering the fact that when was the last time you focus on high rep intensity HIIT workout for your back or for your chest? It's rare to do it. It's just for some reason it's only abs. I think the common misconception where this comes from is that they're thinking of burning fat rather than building their abs. Now, when it comes to burning fat, the whole goal is to burn calories. But the thing is, you can't spot reduce fat. Most people will have fat right around their midsection, so they start doing all these high reps, high intensity ab exercises, thinking it will burn the fat here. That doesn't happen. You can't spot reduce fat. You don't choose where you want to lose fat. What you can choose is how many calories you're going to be burning in a workout by pushing yourself harder. But where you burn the fat ultimately, that's going to vary from person to person. That's why some people, they say they struggle to lose the fat in the back of their arm. Some people right here on their abs. Some people right here on the lower back. Some people right here on the side. Some people on their legs. Some people right here under their chin. Everyone's going to be different. You don't choose where you lose fat. If you just so happen to lose it right here in your midsection, well, good for you. But ultimately, these workouts that most people would associate with being for abs, they're realistically more cardio, high intensity cardio workouts to burn calories. It just so happens that the movements you're using require the abs to be used. Again, it's better than nothing, but ultimately, even if you are doing something instead of nothing, no amount of work is going to work to build up your abs and make them noticeable if you still have a layer of fat in front of them. And how do you get rid of that? Through a caloric deficit. You need to burn more calories than you are consuming if you want your muscles to pop out more. Okay? And remember, you don't choose where you lose the fat. Some people, when they start leaning out, they start going into caloric deficit, they start burning more calories than they're eating. Some people might right away thin out in the face. That's where they're losing fat. then the arms, then the legs. The last spot they may be leaning out could be the abs. Again, it just varies from person to person. You don't choose where you're going to be losing this fat from. But ultimately, if you do want them to be more visible, you gotta burn that fat layers in front of it. And how do you do that? Just through caloric deficit. Don't think that endless amounts of sit-ups or ab exercises are going to burn the fat there. That's not gonna happen. You're still gonna be building up your abs through those exercises. They're just never gonna be noticeable underneath that layer of fat. Your abs could be very, very, very well developed. You can have a full-on developed 8-pack, but if you're not in caloric deficit and that layer of fat is still there, you're not going to see it. The example I like to use is strongman competitors. For those who don't know who strongman is, just look up Brian Shaw, Eddie Hall, those type of guys. They got very, very strong cores from the amount of heavy lifting they're doing. I have no doubt that they have very well developed abs because a lot of those movements do require a lot of ab work along with the rest of the muscles in their core. It's just not very noticeable because they also have a large layer of fat on top of it. But regardless, I'm positive their abs are very well developed. But again, it's not going to be visible unless you're going to caloric deficit and burn off that fat layer. So ultimately, the message I want to send out with this video is stop treating your abs differently the way you would treat any other muscle. Treat it the same as everything else. Every other exercise, every other muscle, when it comes to building it up, to make it more noticeable, to make it pop, we focus on sets and reps. We have a set amount of weight on the bar, on the machine, on the cable, dumbbells. We want to lift that weight for a certain amount of reps, from 8 to 12, usually it's a sweet spot, for a set amount of sets. For abs, for some reason, all that shit goes out the window. Instead, we focus on moving as fast as possible, getting as many reps as possible within a 30 or 45-second window. If you're doing a Tabata workout, you gotta get as much sets or as much reps in 10 seconds. For some reason, all that's doing is getting your heart rate really high up. Again, that's aimed more towards just an overall high-intensity cardio workout to burn calories, not necessarily build up the abs. And again, I don't understand why is it that every other exercise or every other muscle group, we use some type of external resistance to build it up. But when it comes to abs, we resort to only body weight. Start using weight. You can turn a simple body weight ab exercise into a weight exercise. Instead of doing body weight crunches, okay, now do it holding a weight plate, a med ball, something like that. Instead of doing crunches on the ground like that, do it on a cable machine. Hook up the rope attachment, boom, start crunching down like that. Now you can monitor your progress and get that progressive overload. Again, progressive overload applies to every single muscle. No muscle is an exception if the goal is hypertrophy. So I don't know why it is that with abs we're treating it differently, but there are things you can do something about it. Ultimately, even if you are doing it right, your abs will never pop if you have fat. If you're a little on the heavier side, you need to get down in a caloric deficit. Burn more calories than you're consuming, not the other way around. Do not eat less than you're burning. Instead, burn more than you're eating. Because again, if you want to build up the muscle, you got to make sure you're eating a proper amount of protein. You don't want to starve yourself hoping that the fat will go away. That's just unhealthy. Just start burning more calories. Be in a caloric deficit. Burn that fat. Again, you can't choose where you lose it, unfortunately. But I mean, chances are, if you're consistent enough, your abs will start popping out eventually. Again, caloric deficit, make the abs visible, treat them like every other muscle group. It's that simple, you guys. It's not that hard. Start changing up your ab workout. Now, with that being said, comment down below what are you going to start doing differently when it comes to your ab workouts. Comment down below what's helped you, because again, everyone's going to be a little different. This is just what I personally noticed and what I would personally change or start doing. But if you found what works for you, by all means, go for it. Everyone's different. Who am I to tell you what's best for your physique? And you know yourself better than I know you. So do what works best for you. Also, be sure to comment down below any other video suggestions you'd like to see me do. It could be if you need help with anything, I'll be more than willing to help. Make sure you subscribe to not just my channel, but my girlfriend's channel, our couple's channel, so that way you don't miss out on any new videos. Again, we got new videos every week. And then for Instagram and TikTok, same thing. Make sure you follow me, girlfriend, couples, follow us on all the accounts. I put all the links down in the description below. With that being said, I'll catch y'all next time.